Welcome. I'm Dr. Kelechi Dr, and I am a Shaklee ambassador. And I've been with Shaklee now for almost 2.5 years. And I'm so excited to be here today with our very own chief scientist at Shaklee, Dr. Erin Barrett. Dr. Erin, welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, so today we're asking a couple questions. And my very first question to you today is, what does the Shaklee difference mean to you?
Yeah, so the Shaklee difference is something I'm really, really proud of. And I see the Shaklee difference as our commitment, Shaklee's commitment to quality, to the planet, and to science. So in terms of our commitment to quality, of course, we're really setting the bar. We're doing extensive testing to ensure that our products are pure, that they're potent, that they're safe for you, but then they're also safe for our planet. So of course, we're sourcing ingredients that are safe for our planet. We're using packaging that's safe for the planet. So that's that first level of the Shaklee difference. And then the science, of course, being a scientist, the science is something that I'm really proud of. And on the science side of the Shaklee difference, we're making sure that our products work. We're doing the extensive testing to ensure that the ingredients in our products are efficacious, and then the products themselves are efficacious as well. And then the other thing I like to think about with the Shaklee difference is that all of the products that we develop, we try to do something with them that sets them apart from other products that are in the market, right? So that's what we like to call our Shaklee difference. So how does our collagen product compare to other collagen products in the market? Of course, our quality, our science is something that sets it apart, but then we always like to have something unique and special that sets it apart from other products in the market as well. Do you have anything additional you want to add to that? Anything that you think of?
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And what you said in particular was a science piece. I know that's definitely what turned me on to Shaklee. The evidence, clinically proven, over 140 plus published studies. That was like the thing in this space where I knew that, yes, this product was for me and for those I have the honor to serve. So thank you for sharing that. Our next question, Dr. Erin, is what does nature-born science-backed mean? Why is that important?
Okay. I'm going to start with the science-backed piece. Being science-backed it's really no small feat, right? Companies who have one study, two studies, five studies, that's something to be really, really proud of. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Shaklee has over 140 studies that are supporting our products, the ingredients in them is so powerful. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that's really, really impressive to me is oftentimes others are relying on one study to demonstrate that ingredient is efficacious or a product is efficacious. But we're ensuring that there is a whole, body of literature that's supporting the science behind the ingredients that we use and then the products that we developed based on those ingredients or including those ingredients. So that's the science-backed piece. And then on the nature-born piece, when we think about those foods that are full of the nutrients that our bodies need to really nourish themselves, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, right? That's those foods that are full of the nutrients that we really need to thrive. And so, of course, when we're identifying those ingredients that are going to be efficacious for various benefits, we want to make sure that we're going to the source of those ingredients that are providing those benefits. So in all instances possible, we're sourcing those efficacious ingredients from nature so that we can not only deliver, proven benefits, but we're sourcing those from nature. So it's really that harmony between science and nature. And I think that's very rare. So often one leans into nature, but it's very challenging to lean in the science, or one leans into science and it's very so the fact that we're able to have both is really a powerful thing. Anything else you want to add to that, about nature-born or science-backed and what that means? Why that's important?
Absolutely. And I think that is the magic sauce, if I can call it that, of what the Shaklee difference, right, is, being in the holistic space myself. I love that not only do I get to provide folks, the best quality, but it's also clinically proven, right? So personally, I'm a evidence of that. And I love that I've gotten lots of feedback and lots of testimonials of folks who have truly been transformed, with the quality that Shaklee provides. And to top it off, the science just makes it all that more credible. So absolutely, yes. All right, so let's move on. My next question is, what does ageless mean to you? And how do we at Shaklee really, how are we defining or redefining ageless?
Oh, this is such a good question. Okay. So I think that ageless is really about rejecting this idea or this notion that getting older means that we have to slow down or that we're less capable, right? So instead, it's really about embracing every single stage of life and embracing it with energy and embracing it with strength and embracing it with confidence. So I think this concept of agelessness is really rooted in like how we take care of ourselves, right? Our bodies, our minds, and really setting us up so that we can live well no matter what stage of life we're in, so we can pursue our passions, so we can be active, whatever that goal is that we have for those years later in life, we want to be able to live them well. And I think that Shaklee is, really we're defining this word, this ageless, and we're of course leading in this space by focusing on age from the inside out. So taking care of our whole bodies, nourishing our bodies, taking care of our mind, taking care of our emotional well-being, our social connections, really looking at health and wellness holistically so that people can live well for longer. And it's impressive looking out at our Shaklee field when, age is just a number, but when people how old they are, your mouth drops because the thing that the Shaklee field, that Shaklee users are able to do is so impressive. And I think it's because we have really rejected, again, this idea that growing old means that we're not capable of doing certain things, and that we're looking at health and wellness very holistically and able to do those things later in life that we want to. Any other thoughts beyond what I've shared?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I think for me, ageless is about, wellness from the inside out. True wellness begins from within. And I think we do such a good job here at Shaklee because we are truly embracing wellness holistically, mind, body, and spirit. And the spirit part is really important because it's about community, right? And I'm just so amazed when I go to, events or meetings and I see folks who are truly defining and redefining ageless, just like you mentioned. And I think it's so powerful that age is just a number. It really is. And, we have the evidence for that. And then we have the testimonies that back it as well. So absolutely. All right. So one more question for you, Dr. Erin, is what does true wellness mean to you? I know we've touched a bit about this in different from the other questions, but true wellness, how would you define that?
Yeah, and I think, so often when we think about wellness, we think about, just physical health, right? And of course, physical health is really important, how we're nourishing our bodies, how we're moving our bodies. But when we think about true wellness, we need to think about all those different facets of wellness from the physical. So are we nourishing our bodies? And I love what you said too, from the inside out, providing our bodies with all the nourishment that it needs, not just to survive, but to thrive, right? Moving our bodies. We know how important movement is. Are we getting enough sleep? So that physical health is so incredibly critical to true wellness. But then also, emotional and mental well-being. Are we taking care of ourselves? Are we connecting with others? Are we giving ourselves that downtime to really rejuvenate and re-energize? And are we focusing on minimizing our stress? And I'm just really proud that at Shaklee we're really focused on that holistic health. That we have the products that are going to help nourish you, but we provide the support, the guidance to really look at wellness from a holistic point of view so that you're being active, you're sleeping well, you're minimizing your stress, you're connecting with others. And that's really what I see as true wellness, all these different facets of health and wellness and leaning into all of those. Any additional thoughts from you on true wellness and how Shaklee thinks about true wellness?
Yes. So, where we are right now in just in this space and time is a lot of people are feeling disconnected. So for me, true wellness is, not just the physical, but also the community. I came to Shaklee for the products, for the science, but I stay for the community, right? And so many people are missing that. And here we truly embrace the idea of self-care. We truly embrace the idea of, reaching out to others, being in community, supporting each other to thrive in all areas of wellness. We need each other. We're social creatures, right? So that piece, I think, is something that we do really well here at Shaklee.